Good afternoon, everybody. Forecaster JD Rapp with you, USA Forecaster JD Rapp with you. We're conducting another update today. I'm sorry about the last one didn't work out, but we're talking about potentially for some severe weather tomorrow, and that would include a little bit of everything. This is tomorrow. Um, Outlook 2 from the Storm Prediction Center. There's a marginal threat, and there's a bigger threat down there by Oklahoma, where that slight risk ends up at. We're going to have to watch that also too. So one thing we do have in place, Storm Prediction Center actually highlights this for the possibility of tornadoes. We got a 2%, mostly down there by Arkansas. We're going to have to watch. The main issue with these storms are going to be damaging winds, possible a couple isolated brief tornadoes. We're going to have to watch. There's enough sheared where we have to watch that tomorrow, and possibility that's going to be a biggest concern down there. Also, I can even switch things around and show what else we have in place. The wind, the wind's going to become another concern. Let me back up here a little bit and do that, and show you. We do have a risk for some damaging winds too. 15% for damaging winds. That means we could see winds 15 miles a point. We could see some pretty strong gusts with that. So damaging winds is also possible. And you can't say no about the potentially for some hail too. Hail is going to be another concern with these storms. So we got everything's bad on the table. So you can't keep your nose off any one of these situations. Because this is a potentially we could see some large hail, damaging winds, and a few isolated tornadoes. So this is not the whole thing's not over yet. I'll back up to another outlook here. I'll shut my mic off just for a second while I'm doing this. Day 3 already had a severe outlook. It's level 1 out of 5. Possibility mostly everybody's in this one. So this is one we gotta have to watch. This has more sheared, more instability. This one could come in the early morning hours on Wednesday. So we definitely gotta have to watch some of these storms as they do the form. So right now, let me do a little something. Turn my camera back on and do that for a second, and I'll just get a couple things out of here and shrink. And go to one of my tools that I use, and maybe one of these will work. Let's look at the significant tornado parameters. Now, this is a tool, folks, I do use sometimes when there's some severe weather going on. What I'll do is all right, here's a tool I do use right now, and I'm going to go through here and try to go back to the model. I'll try to do it this way. And you can just see we do have, let me see here. And you can see here's one of the tools that I do represent. I'll have to do it this way. You see, we go through tomorrow. It doesn't look too much, but as we get into, let's see, here we go. This is a significant tornado. Anything over 1, yeah, that's getting pretty strong for tornadoes. See, the 1.6, that's getting there. But just looking at, goodness gracious, look at that down there now. Now we got a 4.1, so that's indicating for some tornadoes develop. And yeah, we got a pretty decent setup here. Let me go here and change stuff here a minute so you can just see what we got in the files here. So now you're starting to see the potential for tornadoes. We do got some shear there. So yeah, we definitely have to watch this tomorrow and the Wednesday morning for some isolated severe weather. So we're going to have to watch these parameters really closely. So, all right, back that out. And all right, now we back in here to our other tools here, and you can see that red there. That's still getting over to a 4, so that's still pretty significant for tornadoes. So here we go to Wednesday, and you can see there's still yellow spots in there, so that's still strong. Our question is, can it make it in San Illinois? Yes. The new model data indicate maybe a 1.1, so that is still some pretty significant tornado parameters to sort out. So we definitely need to be watching that. Weak tornado possibility. There's some weak sheared. I mean, we're not talking about a huge tornado outbreak or anything like that, but there's still looking like some pretty decent models are showing that. All right. And you can see here we are close to the Mississippi River. We still have stuff of that in the Wednesday morning that could act into tornadoes. Now now we're up to a 2.4 by Mississippi and Paris, Tennessee. We're going to have to watch some of these storms because I'm starting to see more tornadic. This is just from the supercell composite, and this is the significant tornado parameters. And there's a 1 towards Hampton. There's a everywhere in Illinois does have a 1, and this continues maybe the sweep through the Illinois area. I don't think it'll be done to the even hour, so we definitely have to watch that. One more tool I want to look at while we're on here, and this probably concludes my video, is this is a supercell composite. And yeah, Oklahoma is giving up to now a 4, no, a 5. That's getting strong. What happens when it gets here? That's still the question. A 2, and you're still getting up to a 3 and a 4, so that is still in the morning hour. So we could be easy, seeing isolated severe thunderstorms through that morning, and that's what we're going to have to watch. Um, trying to see. I think we covered everything. Just checking, make sure we did. Let's see. Let's check the HRRR might tell one more thing. I don't know if the HRRR will or not. And I can even give you a couple of examples why this storm system has been really strong. Just because, look at this. Take a look at this. This is very strong, heavy snowfall. This is tells you why the storm system is very strong. It's because you get this a lot of times in the early falls. You get this snowfall, and that's why I'm really concerned about that. So right now, continue to sort this through here tonight. Tomorrow's round of storm should bring mostly Oklahoma. We're going to have to watch. And the HRRR, did it pick anything up? Let me see what the HRRR model always goes a little more up ahead. But yeah, there's giving you some tornado ingredients. It doesn't go that far. So I'll pop on again. I'll let you know what we want to talk about here. And go back to, all right. I'm going to go back to my camera here in a second. So everybody needs to know, I'm trying to get my camera back on. The bottom line, everybody needs to know what to do tomorrow. In a couple of days, this is not going to be no huge tornado outbreak that's going to cause any damage or anything or life and property. But everybody needs to have a way to have warnings tomorrow and Wednesday. Have a weather radio tomorrow night. Have a weather radio. Have a TV. Have your TV on. Make sure you have multiple ways to get warnings. Have a TV. Have a internet. Have a smartphone. They always come in handy. Make sure you turn your apps on just in case you would lose power. So we definitely want to do that. And let's see. There's all kind of things you need to do. Make sure you have candles in case you could lose power. Also, we're not talking about a tornado situation, but we could have some storms overnight that could go into the morning hours. We got to have to watch them, and I'll be tracking it if it gets bad here in Southern Illinois. So just stay tuned for the update. I'll probably do another update tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow morning and see anything change. So USA forecaster JD Rapp, we're conducting this to YouTube so you can watch this afterwards and have a good day.